Hello, I'm Kelly Ryan. I'm CEO of Incourage Community Foundation, and I'm happy to welcome you to this month's edition of Are You In? And this month, I'm very happy to give you some opening remarks about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Incourage Community Foundation for the people of Southwood County to be recognized in Washington, D.C. as part of the Rockefeller Foundation's Centennial Celebration of Philanthropy. Rockefeller turned 100 years old this year, and as a part of their celebratory events, the capstone experience was inviting 5 people from philanthropy to come in and talk about their work and what it looks like for the second century. And they called it big bets that have been taken in philanthropy. And it was my great privilege and honor to represent Incourage and the 45,000 residents of Southwood County. Thank you to Mayor Zach Bruwink and our board chair, Helen Youngworth, for accompanying me and representing Southwood County. And thank you to the people of Southwood County, because our big bet was on the people of Southwood County. That when faced with adversity and significant change, if given the skills, the tools, the opportunity, people from our community could choose to shape a new future, people that are choosing hope, embracing change, and really modeling new behavior for others. Our big bet is long-term. It's not a short-term bet. And as I said to the audience in DC, what better institution to be able to take a long-term bet than a long-term institution like Incourage Community Foundation. So I just want to say thank you to the staff here at Incourage, to our board, and to the residents of Southwood County. It's all of our stories and it's all of our celebration. Also would like to talk with you about the Daily Tribune building and our upcoming opportunities to continue resident conversation, resident engagement in deciding what the end use of that important building will be. We have had nothing but really tremendous feedback on the first meeting, and it was a great process. You can find information about that process on the Tribune Building website, which is tribunebuilding.org. So we're very excited about that. We're very committed to seeing this project through, to making sure that it becomes what residents really would like it to be, and that it builds on the assets that we have in that area. Please mark your calendar and join us on November 12th for the next meeting at the Daily Tribune building. So I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Wish you and your family happy Thanksgiving from everyone at Incourage Community Foundation. Invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our show.
Hello! And welcome to
Are You In? A show by your Incourage Community Foundation.
It recognizes and celebrates the many good things happening in our community.
And it highlights the courageous work being done by our friends and neighbors.
Got a lot happening on today's show.
People in our community are going hungry, and it's time to stock the shelves, and we'll tell you how.
That's right. We'll hear about a new survey being done with Domtar workers affected by the Port Edwards mill closure.
And there's always a lot happening at Incourage. Find out what's going on over the next couple months.
Today, we're on location at the site of a local building.
It's part of a monthly segment we call
Where Are We in Southwood County? Okay, we're not giving away where we are.
No, but we'll give a few hints. You have to guess and stay tuned.
Okay, here's hint number 1. If you like hockey or figure skating, this place is for you.
The Olympics! No. Other events at this location include the Kennel Club Flyball Tournament and the Shrine Circus.
Okay, and for the first time on this show, we've got a video clue.
I love videos.
Take a look. This is the only place in the city of Wisconsin Rapids that you will find a Zamboni.
Wow, that was cool. We need more of those.
Cool, I love it. We'll reveal where we are later, so
Stay tuned. Each year, our local food pantry has seen more people coming in for food assistance.
Many of our friends, neighbors, and their children are going hungry, but you can help.
The Daily Tribune is again partnering with Incourage on its Stock the Shelves campaign.
Here's Ann C. to tell us more.
The donations that we get from Stock the Shelves is used to keep the staples that we give out to each client. We basically are buying all of the staples right now. Our warehouse is getting down to maybe just green beans, so that money helps us to be able to help the people in the community that do need help. Staples would be like peanut butter, jelly, crackers, coffee, syrup, and bread. We purchase all that. We are giving sugar and flour. That money does help us meet our needs. People should donate to Stock the Shelves because that money helps the people in the community who are in need of the food. We are very thankful for everything we get from you.
Words cannot describe how tough it is to lose your job.
When Domtar's Port Edwards Mill closed in 2008, over 400 people were affected by the closure.
Many support systems were utilized to help those affected, including services provided by the Workforce Board.
Today, we'll hear more about this effort.
Well, welcome back for the interview portion of the show today. Today we're going to be talking about a study that's being launched here regionally about what happened after the Domtar mill closure in 2008. Here in the studio we have Eric Giordano, Allie Conkle, and Jan Villeneuve. And if we could start off, could you tell me about WIPS, what it is, and what you guys do there?
Sure. Well, we're the Wisconsin Institute for Public Policy and Service, otherwise known as WIPS, and we're a policy institute that was launched in 2007. We're part of the UW Colleges and UW Extension, and we're located at the campus of UW Marathon County in Wausau. So our mission really is to bring together the resources of the university, community interests, and students, and we try to work and address public problems and public issues.
Well, we got plenty of those today, don't we?
That is correct.
And Allie, can you tell us a little about the North Central Wisconsin Workforce Development Board and what you do?
Sure. The board is a private nonprofit agency. We serve a 9-county area from Adams County all the way up to Vilas County. And our primary function is to administer worker training funds that come down from the federal government. And we do that through having contracted providers that we funnel those funds to, and then they provide the services to the populations that are eligible for that funding.
And Jan, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
You were a former Port Edwards Mill worker, 35 years.
That's
if
correct.
I got that right. And now you're working for ODC.
That's correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about, give us some background on the Port Edwards Mill? What type of products were made at that mill, and then what was your role there?
Well, the Port Edwards Mill was really one mill for the Domtar Corporation that did specialty paper. So we were involved in making all different kinds of colors and grades. And at the time that we heard the mill was shutting down, we thought we were doing really well economically. So the shutdown for us was quite a surprise.
Okay.
What I did was I was a trimmer operator at the time that the mill shut down. Prior to that, I was an expediter, and I worked a lot with the different grades of paper. So I did a lot of various jobs throughout the years that I worked there.
Was it just a workplace? Was it a family? What was the type of environment there at the mill?
Well, it was more than just a workplace, because people that worked there for a long time. Like I myself worked there 35 years. Many of the people I worked with started around the time that I did. Of course, we had many new people that entered, throughout the years, but many people had a lot of years of seniority and really felt that this was where they were going to be working probably till they retired, and were real comfortable with the income and that they were making, and they had good benefits, and really felt about as secure as you can feel, working for a company that length of time that a lot of the workers had.
And Allie, can you talk about, so when this happened back in 2008, or if today, God forbid, another dislocation happens, how does the Workforce Board address that? How do they get involved?
When there's a dislocation that occurs, our contracted provider for the dislocated worker program steps in. LETC is the contracted provider for the dislocated worker program, so they would assist the former employees of the mill in receiving whatever assistance they needed in getting back to work. The level of assistance that an individual would receive would really be up to that person to decide. Okay. Some folks wouldn't be interested in tapping into any services. Others may just need some assistance with resume writing or brushing up on their interviewing skills, and the dislocated worker program would provide those services. For those who wanted a little bit more intensive services, they would actually enroll in the dislocated worker program, which means that they are then eligible for the federal funding to assist them with retraining, and that's a service that about half of the folks at the Domtar Port Edwards Mill did tap into.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about your approach to trying to discover the effectiveness of the interventions?
Right, so the survey is divided into multiple sections, and so we're asking some really basic information you might expect, so demographic information, but we're also looking at what services former Domtar workers received in terms of retraining. We're looking at their current employment situation and what's happened in the intervening time between the mill closing and the present day. We're looking at some geographic information just to find out where people are now and did they relocate after the mill closing. And also we're looking at sort of learning style preferences. One of the things that's unique perhaps about this study from many other studies out there about worker retraining is we're actually looking at how people's learning preferences may affect their ability and willingness to be retrained in certain ways. So this could theoretically help how the board and state groups focus training efforts in the future.
Okay. And Jan, from your perspective, you know, as you mentioned, you have this family that's comfortable thinking, you know, I'm going to retire from here, right? This is my place of employment. So when that did occur, what did you see going through that process? What did you see were the biggest needs in general of the people? You know, what was most helpful, or what would be most helpful going forward?
Well, I think it was very helpful that we had a location very close to our mill where we could go and work with our case managers to get ourselves the help that we needed, like you mentioned earlier, just to do, you know, get our resume developed, because a lot of people have never had to do that or go through the interviewing process. And so to be able to have it be very convenient for them to go there and to meet with someone who could help them through them very basic steps of how to get started again with, you know, looking for a job in a community, what's available out there, how do I even search for these jobs. So it really was helpful to people, and I thought that most people really did take advantage of that opportunity after they finally realized that this is really going to happen. Yeah. I'm going to have to do something different that I've maybe never done in the past. What skills do I have that I can maybe carry on to another, you know, career somewhere else? And what is my own unique situation? Can I stay in this location? Will I have to maybe move, and am I able to move? What about the other family members? You know, are they going to be able to move with me if I have to go? You know, there were so many different things. Every person had a unique situation. So for myself, I thought they did a great job of helping me to figure out what was best for me.
The study will be going out, I understand, this month. And what are your hopes in terms of response rate in order to be able to statistically analyze and draw some conclusions from the data?
Right. I think it would be really helpful to get, you know, in the mid 20% return rate. I mean, for most surveys, anything over 20 is actually fairly good. We really hope, though, that in this case, because we're surveying a kind of a closed group, I mean, you know, like you said, it's a little like a family as well as a work setting, and many people know each other, and we're hoping that this will provide an opportunity to get a much higher response rate than normal, and I think that will be more helpful because we'll have more opportunity to analyze, what really happened. I mean, I think just having Jan here is fascinating because, each worker has a unique story, and we're really hoping that we can capture that, in this survey.
Allie, anything else that you wanted to interject from the Workforce Board?
I just wanted to add that the survey is entirely confidential. When you fill out your survey, it will be mailed back to the board's office, and the only people who will have the ability to access that information is a couple of people at the board, simply to kind of process them, and then they will be handed off to the researchers. So we want to make sure people feel comfortable giving the information because there are some sensitive questions in there. One of the perks of responding to this survey is that there is a cash prize. There are actually 3 cash prizes that former employees are eligible for. We have a $500, a $300, and a $200 cash prize. So as soon as you see the survey in your mailbox, send it on back, and you'll be entered in the drawing to win one of those prizes.
An extra bonus there.
Extra bonus.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of the studio interview today. I think we learned a lot about this issue, and hopefully we can have some report back in the future.
There's always a long list of things happening at the Community Foundation, but here are highlights for this month at Incourage.
We need your help deciding what will happen at our Tribune building project.
Meetings take place the second Tuesday of each month at Centralia Center from November through January from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for idea gathering and decision making.
It's free and open to all, and we'll even provide pizza and refreshments too.
Woo! Ever wonder how you'll leave your mark in this world? Well, participating in this project means you'll be part of making history.
I love history. We also need your help on a different project. Many people are going hungry in our community.
In November, Incourage is partnering with the Daily Tribune to stock the shelves at our local Sweps food pantry.
You'll find donation forms in the Daily Tribune or online at Incourage's website. Your contribution may be tax deductible.
So, Rick, have you ever thought about running for public office?
I've thought about walking or jogging, but not running. Well, what's required?
The workshop, Why and How to Run for Public Elected Office, is for you because you'll learn what's required. Should I run? Who can help me?
Well, that sounds interesting. It's Thursday, December 1st from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at McMillan Library's All-Purpose Room. It's sponsored by the League of Women Voters, Incourage, and UW Extension.
Well, mark your calendar.
Consider it marked. Every month we're working on many projects, but that's what's happening this month at Incourage. Okay, we're back, and it's time to find out
Where are we in Southwood County? It's getting close to that time of year when we strap on the ice skates and head out on the ice.
Wait, Carol. Didn't you know that around here you can do that 11 months out of the year?
Oh yeah, at the Southwood County Recreation Center.
That's right. And here's Jim Arnold to tell us more.
The Southwood County Recreation Center is located in Wisconsin Rapids at 2711 16th Street South, just south of Lincoln High School and Southwood County 2000 football field. Southwood County Recreation Center was part of the vision of Southwood County 2000 that was incorporated in 1989 with the vision of bringing athletic and cultural facilities to the Southwood County community and to provide facilities for people of all ages. The Southwood County Recreation Center is the indoor ice arena that operates 11 months out of the year as our indoor ice rink, and the other 6 weeks we take a break to do our maintenance, and we host dry floor events like the Wisconsin Rapids Kennel Club Flyball Tournament, and we are looking forward to bringing the circus. The Shriners are coming back next June to put a 3-ring circus with elephants and tigers right here at Center Ice.
The ice rink is home to several local teams and clubs.
The ice rink is home to the Southwood County Youth Hockey Association, the Wisconsin Rapids Figure Skating Club, the Rapids Men's League, LHS WIA boys, JV, and varsity teams, and the Red Panther High School girls varsity team. We also host our figure skating club that has their annual show. The hours upon hours that these kids and parents put into the skating and the sets make it a wonderful show, and invite everybody to come down and see their hard work.
Rec Center's funding comes from several sources, and it has a positive economic impact on our community.
The funding for the arena comes through ice rentals, sponsorships, and admissions. There is 0 tax dollars that are put into operating the ice arena in our annual budget. Southwood County Recreation Center is more than just a place for our kids to recreate. We actually have an economic impact that we are bringing hockey teams to the rink from November through March. We'll host teams from Beloit to Superior to Eagle River, and they will come to eat, buy gas, shop, and we also will have them stay overnight when we host tournaments. That 4 to 5 weekends out of the winter, we'll have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament.
A new partnership will bring another winter ice sport to the rink in March 2014.
The future plans at the ice arena will include a first-time partnership with the Tri-City Curling Club, where we are inviting the USA Curling Mixed National Competition to come to Wisconsin Rapids and curl for 10 days in March of 2014. The ice arena will be transformed into a 4-sheet curling facility, and we will have opening and closing ceremonies as we celebrate mixed curling following the 2014 Olympics.
Whether you're a spectator or you want to get out on the ice, check out the Southwood County Recreation Center.
I invite the public to come down and watch a hockey game. Come down and put on a pair of ice skates. If you don't know where your ice skates are, or if they've been in the basement for a long time, come on down and we'll set you up with a pair of rental skates and give it a try.
That's awesome, cool.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take
excellent.
it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Very
good.
good. Okay, that's going good. Okay. Well, that's it for today's show. We appreciate you taking time to get the inside scoop about your community and the work of Incourage Community Foundation.
If you have a story idea that highlights something good happening in our community,
Or courageous work being done here, contact us here at Incourage. We'd love to feature it.
your story could be next. As always, a huge thanks to River Cities Community Access for hosting us.
So tune in next month for another edition of Are You In?